Hey, thanks for checking out Live on Tape Delay, episode 549. In Western New York, I'm Chris Wilson. On the other end of the internet, John Rebeans Raycroft. On the other end of town, Rob Fiasco.
Oh my, do you have the day off today? I hope you do, and I hope you decided to listen to the podcast because you had nothing better to do. Actually, I hope you just listen to it every Monday, but if you're listening to it on release day because you have the day off and you're like, you know what, I want to be productive, well, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's it. I just want to say thanks.
Productive, I wouldn't call this episode productive, but it is educational, and I believe it's entertaining. You figure that out for yourself. Here's 549. Enjoy.
It's the way I do things, and that's life.
I don't even know how to come into that one. I fit the way you like. I don't know. I got nothing. I fit you.
Goodbye,
that's what I'm hearing.
Whoa, I fit you?
Yeah.
You can't fit me.
Oh, probably not. I mean, maybe. It's been a few years since we've tried. I don't know. We're off to a great start. Anyway, hi boys.
You.
Hi boys.
I've heard that's what happens on the 549th episode of things.
Oh my God, is that where we're at? Holy shit.
Let's just make our own like jokes. 549.
Yeah, but you have to say it in that sing-songy 549. I don't understand that because we're not kids.
I don't think we're supposed to.
Yeah,
we're not supposed to.
I'm all right with that.
We got moded.
Yeah, we can tell people they got moded and then not explain that to the kids.
Exactly, they won't get it. So
no, fuck them. Sorry, I mean,
yeah,
not really. I mean, like,
no.
Anyway, no, okay, now we're shut down. We're on a list.
Great.
549 was a good run, boys.
That's just a new list we're on.
Couldn't make it to 550. It was a shame.
I know.
That's all right. Maybe our next podcast.
Yeah. Direct from jail. Oh.
Really delayed. Ooh, that's the next one. Really delayed.
Super delayed, yeah. I think I'm getting over something. I don't know. Like something I didn't know I had. I had a little head cold like a couple weeks ago. Remember I was bitching about it? I was just congested. And then I was fine. And then I woke up the other day and I was like, oh, I'm kind of got some pressure in my chest. Did some coughing, horking shit out. Like, where the fuck did this even come from? I never felt, and even now I don't feel bad. But it's just like, why do I have this cough thing? I'm dying.
That's been my everyday. Lately it was the allergies, and then I think the air pressure changed when the temperature dropped from the 80s to, I think it's like 40 something right now, and there's a frost warning tonight. So
is there? I didn't see that yet.
Now,
48 according to my watch.
Fall.
Yeah.
Now we're in fall.
It's all right. We'll get one more 80-degree week in November for no reason, and then it'll fucking snow.
Yep. But until then, it's soup and chili weather.
Yeah, I got to make some chili. I just got to get off my ass and start it. That's the thing. It's like it's by the time I'm like, I should have made chili. It's already too late to start making chili. That's what, you know what I mean? It's like, that's where I get.
We've talked about beans and chili before, not right? Did they go in chili?
Beans? Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Beans is primarily my chili.
That's a thing in Texas, is that there's a whole like subset of people where they are adamant that beans do not go in chili. And
oh, really?
The most people ever, yes.
Oh, no. That's like, to me, there should be equal parts bean and beef per bite.
One pot meat, one pot water.
Exactly.
Yeah. We agree on this, but there are chili competitions in Texas that will have separate categories for beans and no beans.
Interesting. I don't know that I was ever aware of that. Huh.
Yeah. That's a weird thing.
I'm now all beans, so no meat.
All beans? Yeah, you can do that. That I can understand.
Good vegetarian. It gets so cooked down, it just tastes like chili. It's just good.
But you can't. Yeah, you can go one direction, but you can't go the other. You can't have chili without beans, but you can have chili with only beans. I'll allow it, and I for some reason, am the ultimate say on that.
There you go.
Texas, you're 100% wrong on the chili discussion.
Well, Texas can fuck right off too then.
Oh, zing. Off to a
See
good
that?
start.
I got the whole state mad at me now.
Oh, man. That's all right.
Anyway, I'm all right with it.
Yeah, I've got a whole, not just like making food, but just like like I have apps like of like to-do lists, or like, oh, maybe this to-do list app will finally get me to do things. No, I just need to do things.
Yeah.
But I did something today. I scheduled a fireplace / chimney inspection.
All right.
So
that's good. That's, don't burn your house down.
It's one of those things. It's been on my list to do for a while, and it didn't take that long, 5 or 10 minutes, but just continuously on my list of things to do and just never got checked off. So today I checked it off. So I feel good about that.
Oh, that's good. And then you'll be able to, provided you get the clean bill of health, you can burn some logs.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. That would be awesome. Especially watching Hallmark Countdown to Christmas with a cup of boozy hot chocolate and a fire.
Fuck
oh
yeah,
man,
dude.
I just had an orgasm.
And the dog curled up next to you.
Yeah.
That's a, yeah.
And earlier in the day, you had chili.
Exactly. Oh man. Whew.
I want to do that right now.
So that'll lead to my other thing I did today. I called my PCP back and said, I have not heard back from the referral for the colonoscopy. So normal me probably, would have been like, well, it's on them to call me.
Yeah.
But no,
to a certain point.
I waited 3 weeks. I gave them.
That's enough.
There was another referral. I already had the appointment. So for something else. So I was like, I'm going to follow up. So we'll see.
So
we'll see. I'm
3
really
more
excited.
weeks, you have to follow up on the follow-up?
Yes, but for my anxiety, I've checked that box off for now.
Okay.
Until what, 2 weeks later when they haven't called and the anxiety like rebuilds. You know?
So then you have to follow up on the follow-up.
The cancer could be eating at my colon right now, and I don't know.
I mean, I guess it's true.
See?
to take it dark. Yeah, I could.
Good. So, so I was happy to knock those 2 things off. And yeah. Have we taken the trash out? No.
Well, see, there's still something on your list that you can freak out about.
I will. Right after this podcast, when I am going downstairs, should I go? And I'll convince myself that it's too late and it's too loud. So to wheel it out. Like I don't want to bother the neighbors. Like, that's rude.
Right. But in reality,
even though the trash comes at 5 a.m.
Yeah. No, I don't. Nobody in this neighborhood cares. You just hear, we all take it out super late. And ours goes out like on Sunday night. So yeah, that has actually helped me remember that I have to take it out. It's just like you just forget and you hear the neighbor dragging his down the driveway. I'm like, oh fuck, I got to do the garbage.
So there you go. I saw you again this weekend. I gave you some coffee. He seemed confused about it.
I was like, we're just out of nowhere. There was coffee. I'm like, all right, yeah. I mean, I'll take coffee, but what's the occasion?
We talked about it either on an episode or post show. We were talking about how I had acquired some Starbucks coffee and I don't have a grinder.
Okay.
Yes.
Vaguely remember that. I vaguely, only now that you say that. But I was just like, oh, okay. And then, we'll get to that. But we're at the hockey game and you're like, oh, I have some coffee for you. I'm like, all right, cool. And then forgot about it again. So I'm out. We both leave. And like, I'm standing out there talking to this dude. Ricky Martin, by the way, is the guy's name. Not lying. It's not the Ricky Martin, but his name is Ricky Martin. I'm talking to Ricky outside. And then a car pulls up. And out of my periphery, I just see somebody hanging out of the passenger side. And I'm like, what the fuck is Oh, that's coffee. They're giving me coffee as a drive-by. Yes, okay, thanks. So
a drive-by coffee. Ever have one of those?
No, that is a first for me. So no, I have not ground the coffee. Okay. That does ring a bell now, but I don't really remember that.
I don't remember how long ago it was, but that's another thing that's been on my checklist. And I think about it, like you forgot about it. I think about it at least once a day.
That you need to get me that coffee?
Yeah.
Now, is it just to get the coffee, to check it off the list, to get the coffee out of your house? Or is it, do you think that I'm waiting for this coffee and I'm getting
I don't
mad
think
about
you're
it?
waiting. I don't think you're waiting for this coffee, but I think you like the coffee. I think coffee is expensive, so it's, a nice little gift for you to enjoy
Sure.
for the fall weather. And then I don't want the coffee to go to waste because I don't know when I'll get to, I don't even have a grinder.
Okay.
So then I'm like, well, I'm not sure I'm in the market for a grinder right now. So should I get one or should I not? Should I wait till Amazon Prime Day and see if there's grinders then? Will the coffee still be good? Then these are just the little things that go on in an anxious person's mind. So I was just glad it's gone now. And I hope you enjoy it. It's your problem.
Yeah, I have not.
It's really
not
just
ground
coffee.
it yet. Yeah,
You don't have to.
I will let you know once I sample that coffee. I will let you know. I'll probably forget to let you know. Just that seems to be the MO. But yeah, you could follow. Put that on your list. See, watch what I'm doing now. Put that on your list to follow up with me.
No.
To make
Yes.
see. Oh, now it's there. Now it's there. Be like, oh, hey, did you try that coffee yet? No, I forgot. Hey, did you try that coffee yet? One of these days, you'll be able to check that off.
And then I'll be like, why doesn't he try the coffee? Why doesn't he like me?
I know.
Does he not think I have taste in coffee?
The problem is now you're putting the control of your anxiety in my hands. That's bad.
Yeah, that's bad. The other thing I was anxious about was my car that was just getting louder and louder, especially when I was idling, and I had to idle up, to give you the coffee. I'm like, that's gonna start rattling. But ended up being $38 at the dealership.
Yeah, it's for just a loose thing. That's
put a couple bolts in a plate that was covering a heat shield.
yeah.
Heat something, but it wasn't anything I could get to myself. So
That's good.
I'm glad they were able to take care of it.
So, yeah, $38. That must have been like 2.5 minutes worth of labor.
I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when they said the price. I didn't exclaim and yeah, all right, but I was like,
Or no way, tally it again. It should be at least $300. It sounded like a $300 fix. No.
That needs to be like a Price is Right sketch right there.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one.
I was like, shit. I was like, you're gonna make me buy my next car here, aren't you?
Yeah. No, that's cool that they just, tighten it up, and that's what it is.
Yep. So back in business.
I had a heat shield issue on the Jeep, I think. I don't remember I don't think I dealt with it. I think I was like, that's all it is. All right, I'll fix it when I fix the next thing that I had scheduled. So it was just like, meh. So
that
whatever.
was going to be my answer if it was something else.
Well, I mean, I knew
because I had been driving it for 3 months while it was doing that, and the car drove fine. It was just getting louder.
Yeah. Well, there's anxiety at its best. If you'd have known it was a $37, it could have been a $35 fix if you'd have gotten it earlier. But it's you go in and it's like, fuck, it's gonna be $1,000. I don't know what it is. I do that shit all the time. But no, with mine, I knew it was the heat shield, but I had to I think I was having some exhaust work done or something. I'm like, well, they got to pull the fucking thing off anyway to do that. Why am I going to get it fixed to then have it pulled off to do the? So it was just like, well, I'll wait. I know it's not doing any damage, but I knew it wasn't doing any damage at that point. You could have been throwing rocks in your engine. You didn't know.
That's what I'm telling them with the colonoscopy. Let's just wait until you got to go in there for something else. I get something stuck in there or
It's
something.
only a matter of time.
And we'll just, I don't want these rocks are bouncing up while I'm driving. I don't know what's causing it. Too anxious to find out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But, the game was cool. Great time. This weekend or last weekend.
Because we're talking about the Doug Allen game. Doug Allen, we skipped right over that. Doug Allen,
we did.
Former, he doesn't do it anymore, I guess. But used to sing the national anthem for the Sabres. Came down, rocked it.
He's probably too expensive because he's that fucking good.
I know, but
if you want
the
to hear
Jayhawks, the Jayhawks can get him. Sabres can't afford him anymore. Jayhawks have got him
No.
for one game.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
They blew 10 years worth of budget on that one anthem. But no, it was cool. Yeah, and on our Instagram.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off there.
Yeah. If you wanna see that, the last little part, the part that just nails it, man. I think we should start a petition. I don't know how you do it. Petition.org.
Probably.
Doug Allen Super Bowl
Ooh.
anthem.
Make it let him cross
Especially
sports here.
Especially if the Bills make it.
Yeah, because I don't think the Bills have like a staple anthem singer, right?
I saw Barry Williams sing it once at the Greg Brady.
Huh.
At the Bill Stadium. Long time ago. But I was there.
I really wanted it to be Barry White, the way you said that, but
Oh yeah.
That'd be
Kick it
cool.
low.
but no,
Turn my voice lower.
but that's kind of why we went. We'd stayed for the first two periods. I don't know. I wasn't. It was
That's
a
the
good
thing.
game.
Sorry,
It was a good game.
I'm a 2-period guy.
I
We
usually
talked about this last episode.
Yeah, I usually stick around, and that benefited me 2 weeks ago there when the alumni game, when they did a comeback. But I was just like, man, I don't see this. It was like 4-0 or something when we left. I don't even remember. And I'm just like, they got it. See, I'm just going to cough in the middle of sentences now. Yeah, exactly.
Shut up about it.
It got me a little emotional. But no, it was cool. So I took off as well. Got to talk to Ricky, so that was cool.
I would love to see more people there for as cheap as a Saturday night entertainment that it is. You don't really need to be into hockey. I think it's fun for children. I think. I don't know what they're doing now. I just, you know.
Well, and kids are free. It's like kids 12 or 13 and under or something. 18 and under?
18 and under.
Oh, fuck that. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. They're
Like
going to get the younger kids because that middle teen, they don't want to spend a Saturday night with their parents.
Right. But yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you get the college kids that are there because they're watching like their friends play or whatever. And, maybe even some like, you know, junior, senior high school kids.
Yeah.
But, and then young kids and then people like us that are there.
Yeah. We're like, what are we going to do? It's $5 for the game. Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of worse way. I'm having a great time. This is filling my winter tarp skunks void. This is exactly what this is, and it's even cheaper.
Yeah, I can't remember how many games I went to last year. It wasn't. I mean, it definitely wasn't every one, but I think I hit 4 or 5 games last year. And
I don't know what time they. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I think we're just playing the lag game. I'm well on my way to breaking that record, I think, this year. So I look forward to that.
I got there a little early last time and we were just like sitting in the bar area. I was like, man, if they could somehow show the game, I'd just hang out in here and watch it.
Yeah, right. No, but it makes me sound like an alcoholic, which I probably am. But yeah, I usually go over to the Cherry first, get 1 or 2 over there, walk back to the game. And then what I was doing is I would park at the arena. I would walk over to the Cherry, then walk back to the game. And then my car's right there. What I did last time, and it bit me in the ass, as I know, I parked at the Cherry, walked to the arena, but then I had to walk back by the Cherry to go get my car. And somehow I accidentally ended up inside again. So yeah, so that was kind of a problem. So I think in order to control myself, I think I have to park at the arena. So then, I have to get my car, and then I can just go home.
There you go.
I have no willpower. That's what it boils down to.
See, we've been going to Brazil before the games just to try. I like to just try something new off their draft list. So I usually get. I allow myself 2 drinks that night. So it's either 2 at Brazil, and I could probably talk myself into like an LBL at the game.
Sure.
Or like this time I had a session hazy IPA at Brazil, And then I had one of the Southern Tier whiskey mules because they had those at the ice arena, and those are pretty good and pack a good punch. So that was it. My 2 drinks. Had a good time. Enjoyed it. Fun for all. Recommend it.
Yeah, it was good. I did not need to go back out again. Like I said, I fell into the building on the way by. That's what I'm going to tell people.
It happens.
Wasn't my fault.
You can sue, I think.
Wasn't my fault.
Nope, never is.
No, it's a good ritual, I think. And then there's a game this Saturday, which I'm hoping to make it to as well.
I don't have any pink to wear.
Nope, it's pink the rink, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I do either.
So
I
can wear this sweet green hoodie. That won't stick out.
I may have a pink bandana because I was at I think it was a Bills game, and they were giving out pink bandanas because it was another cancer awareness something when I was there years ago. So if I can find a pink bandana, I'll wear the pink bandana.
Here's a serious question. Aren't we aware already? Like, don't we have enough awareness? Can we call it like it's a fundraiser, right? It's not.
Yeah.
Like, we're all aware it's a fucking horrible disease. Let's throw as much money at research to get rid of it as possible. There, I rebranded.
That's too hard to say, I think, though. So just awareness is like I think it's more awareness in the sense to keep it in the front of your
Bell's
mind.
palsy awareness.
Yeah, nobody knows about.
Cancer, no. Bell's palsy, yes.
Yeah, people do need to become aware of that. So I think it's a little bit of a misnomer, but I don't.
What was that month?
The angle's still the
March? There's a Bell's palsy month, wasn't there? Wasn't like February, March or something?
Yeah, no one knows. That's how little
we're not aware.
People are.
And we've looked it up at least 7 times
I know.
on this podcast.
And Rob and I are survivors, so.
Oh, yes. Bell's palsy survivor. I need a shirt. Damn it. One of these days. We'll just make them and put them up on before episode 749. There will be a Bell's palsy survivor shirt available in our web store, wherever that happens to be at the time.
Okay, and
I gave myself 4 years to get it done. That's pretty good.
According to Google,
think I can do it.
It's May.
All right, nice.
That's close.
Available. One of the Mays coming up. One of the next 4.
So, but I don't want to beat this one again, but I swear to God, we looked up what the ribbon was, and for some reason it was like shoes.
It's changed.
I know. And then we went back. It's like a Mandela effect. I can't find that logo with like the shoe. It didn't make any sense anyway. The droopy ribbon made sense, but.
I can use that Sora app to just remake it.
Yeah.
While I'm at it, give me that. I'm going to do the movie quote too. And just get that done with, and just
get it out of the way.
Yeah, just
whatever.
Manifest.
Maybe that's what happened.
It's a glitch in the
Matrix. That is how it. Yeah.
Yeah, we know it, but we haven't made it yet. In order to see it back in the 90s, nobody knows what the fuck we're talking about. Any new listeners?
You would if you're
go
a
back.
long time.
Yeah, go back and listen.
548 tickle your fancy.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting tickled, one more thing here before we give the mic over to Ray, since he's back from a trip full of surprises. I did see this past week. Sorry, listeners, you should have listened to this episode before it came out.
Before we recorded it, yeah.
Exactly, that's on you. There's like a Potter's, like a Harry Potter themed like event going on Potter's Terrace. Like Labyrinth has a bunch of like they have butter brew and a bunch of like different Harry Potter inspired beverages and foods and stuff. And I thought that was pretty interesting and pretty clever because you're right there on like Potter's Alley.
Harry Potter's Alley.
Yeah.
Harry Potter's Terrace.
Yes. Harry Potter's Terrace.
I'm surprised it took them this long to capitalize on that, to be honest with you. Am I muted?
You're saying this should work faster?
No. I'm just saying I'm surprised it took them this long. I mean, Harry Potter was hot, 20 years ago, and then they've had it.
I mean, it's Jamestown, so we should only be getting it like 20 years after it's went out of style, right?
That's a good point.
Right on brand.
Actually, inside baseball, I brought that up in a meeting I had today. I was like, well, it is Western New York and especially Southern Tier. So, we're about 10 to 15 years behind the rest of the world. Yeah, hilarious. Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, it's cool. Thank you for finally catching up, Jamestown.
I think let's look at other streets in town and see how we can capitalize. First of all, I'm going to say this again. There is a Buffalo Street and an Allen Street intercross.
Yes.
And there's no Bill's bar there.
No.
Just saying.
No, but
there's a spot for a bar there. There was a bar there at some point.
I think is that where the old Alibi used to be?
Don't know.
I believe I was in there as a restaurant when I was a kid. Like I wasn't at the bellying up at the bar at 8 years old, but
you liar.
I believe I'll have to do some research on
the
that.
internet when you were like 6.
It was 16, but all right. Yeah, it was fine.
Not bad.
Yeah, Buffalo and Allen. I think it was called the Alibi, and they had amazing fried shrimp.
Man.
I remember that for me.
Right out of Chattacoin.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well done. But yeah, just saying, that's an opportunity. Just calling it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember when Josh Allen got drafted, a lot of people were going down there and like posing with that street sign, the intersection sign.
I thought maybe there'd be something there, just there wasn't. And I was like, that's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, years ago. I think
that probably an intersection you don't want to be pulling over because it's a weird.
Yeah, it's not a 90 degree. It's like a 110 and whatever that other one is, 70.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, I believe Jim's dad went down and took a picture there. Jim, if you're listening to this, text us in a month and we'll forget that we made the reference and just be like, yes, he did. And we'll be like, okay, cool. No context.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. That's usually what happens.
We don't care not to investigate any further.
No. I just want shrimp from the Alibi.
I just want shrimp for the Chattacoin.
Can you imagine, how much shrimp could you, if there was even any in there, how much could you possibly get out of there? You could shrimp for a week and get a plate maybe, and then instantly die. And they'd be like the mini shrimps, like you get in shrimp cocktails. Anyway, all right. Yeah, don't eat anything out of the Chattacoin, kids.
Why are there so many seagulls at the mall? They know there's no water there, right?
Misnomer. Seagulls are not waterfowl.
Really?
Correct.
Waterfowl?
Or birds. I don't know. I'm trying to make myself sound smarter than I am.
I was convinced.
Yeah, but by the name seagull, right? But they're not considered a water bird. They're just scavengers of the shore, apparently. I don't know. So I wouldn't think there's enough food at the mall there I don't know, but it's always like the lake is close enough. Like even up on the shores of Lake Erie, you kind of see them at the boardwalk, but you see more of them in town more, to the point where there's a grocery store maybe 4 blocks from the pier, and they had to put up those reflector fucking things and all that wire and shit to keep the birds from sitting on the building and just destroying the building.
Oh wow.
So, but the parking lot's just covered in shit. But yeah, I don't know what they're eating there. It doesn't make any sense. If you know,
hit us up on the socials or join our Discord.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. All right, if you haven't noticed already, Ray is back from his 1 episode absence.
And if you listened to this before last week's, spoiler alert, Ray's not here last week.
Yeah. I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
Yeah. Yeah, Ray, where you been?
I was in California for an entire week. That felt
That's a long time to be somewhere. That's a long time to not sleep in your bed.
That is very true.
I'm a huge fan of sleeping in my bed at home where everything's the way it needs to be. So I think a week, that's a long time.
Yeah, but if it's offset with activities you don't usually do, and it's a vacation, it's a trip, I could take that as a downside to the upsides. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, there's also a 6 a.m. flight out there thrown in there too.
Oof.
Just because we wanted to get there and have a whole day to take our time to go up the coast. You don't have to rush anything. So, we flew out there at 6 a.m. on Tuesday, the 30th.
Did you get there at 6 a.m.?
Got there at like 8:30 LA time. It's like a 3-hour flight from Houston to LA. It's not too bad. I think it boarded at 6:30 and then left like 7:50.
Oh, okay.
Like that. Yeah.
Oh, so you're lying. Okay, got it.
Yeah, lying already. Spent a week in California. All you can do is lie.
Typical.
But was it a week Houston time or a week California time?
I think it was like 2 weeks California time, 1 week Houston time.
Oh, okay. All right. Somehow that checks out. So that
makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, we landed at LAX like 8:30 in the morning. I remember that we had used Turo when I came up there last. And so I used that for this trip. It's actually super easy at LAX because you just land. There's a budget parking. All the cars are there. You just take the pictures, get in it, drive off.
Oh,
that
wow.
was great. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And they don't require all the same deposits and all the other bullshit that rental car companies do. Like, it's just like you pay the amount and that's what you pay.
Yeah, this is you're taking someone's personal vehicle, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is I would imagine out there people buy fleets and just do it themselves, right?
Yeah, this guy owned like a car wash and a bunch of cars he rented on there, so it was like his business on Turo. But I mean, it was a super cross-track sport, which was perfect for what we were doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Love soups.
Yeah, but yeah, let's see here. Let me see if this will not freak out on me this time. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're kind of working here. But yeah, landed in LAX, and then
did you see any famous people? I've never been to LAX. I feel like that's just famous people or paparazzi.
We didn't see anybody, but we were also there super early, and we were going to the budget parking. They were probably going somewhere else in the airport.
You never know. Some cheap ass celebrities out there.
There was one guy that hopped on the bus right as it was leaving to go to the budget parking, and he was like, "I don't give a fuck where this bus is going. Just get me the hell out of this airport right now."
Oh, wow.
And he just got on the bus and figured it out once he got there.
But then he fell asleep, and when he woke back up, he was back at the terminal. No!
Oh.
But anyway, so we landed, got in our rental car, drove up through LA. We drove over to Ventura.
Wait, how long did that take? Is that like, do you hear all the 405 and all that? Like,
I mean,
is it worse than Texas? Like,
no, not at all. It doesn't even compare. It's so easy. It's so easy to drive there. The traffic's not bad at all. It moves quickly. People know what they're doing. They use turn signals. They're considerate. People aren't going 90 miles an hour.
Huh.
It's so easy to drive in LA, especially when you've spent all of your time driving in Houston. It's like nothing.
Noted.
I'm sure that if somebody was coming from like, middle of nowhere, Kansas or something, and then you go out to LA and there are all these hills and everything, like at one point it's like a 9% decline going downhill on one of the highways going 65. Like, I'm sure that would probably freak him out, but from Houston, it's, you've driven in Houston.
It's par for the course, Houston.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it only took about an hour or so, and we got up here, and there was this, went for lunch at somewhere over here, this Urbane Cafe or whatever, had a little tofu sandwich. But there's a pier right across the street from it that had a brewery on it. So we got the first West Coast IPA that I could get at, I think it's like, it was noon, California time at that point. So I got a West Coast IPA on the West Coast, and we just kind of got on the pier for a little bit. Saw this, they have these ground squirrels that make this really, really loud, obnoxious screeching noise, and they just sit there and look at you while they do it.
It's like some of the squirrels here we have. They'll bark at you. It's literally like they're barking. But yeah, it's unnerving.
Yeah. That was all the way up there. But yeah, we were hanging on the pier for a little bit. There were birds hanging there, had their beers. This guy showed up and he had a multitude of woodwinds that he was warming up with, like a not the like the longer flute that like actually has like a not flute, like straight clarinet that has the woodwind piece on it.
Okay.
I can't ever remember what it's called.
Is he just like a busker? Like he's just out?
He was just out
Making
there on the
money
pier
to
playing
hang
his
out?
instruments. Yeah, yeah.
All
He was
right.
just warming up with the assortment of woodwinds on the pier for some reason.
Sounds
I'm
weird,
sure
but
we'll
also
agree
cool.
with.
Yeah. But yeah, the weather was perfect. It was like 75 degrees and sunny. But yeah, we hung out there for a little bit. And then we drove up to go up that one. Let's see here. Went up to Santa Barbara. And over here in Santa Barbara, there was.
Did you go to the psych offices?
Damn it, you beat me to it.
The what? The psych offices.
Yeah.
Oh man, you gotta
Hey,
watch
it's right.
Psych.
It's right there. Big. It says psych on the window. It's
Oh no,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. No. Miramar Beach, I think, is what we went to. Yeah, one of those. Not Miramar, something over here. I don't remember what the exact beach name was, but either way, it was this view.
I think
it
that's
was
what
just
Top
cliffs
Gun is,
and
right?
ocean. I think so. It was one of those. One of those, the stereotypical California beaches with the cliffs and the water, and
Nice.
nobody else is on it. And we just let the dog run around for a little bit, stretch her legs after the long flight and everything. So she had a great time.
It's like, where am I?
Exactly. We're somewhere random.
Now, did the dog freak out with new scents and everything else, or like was she kind of just took it in stride?
She just took it in
She's a
stride. I mean,
vegan now.
she's trained well enough that she just deals with all of it. She
Okay.
she knows what she's doing. Yeah, she had a great time. Yeah. And then we hung out there for a little bit, let dog run around. But where we were going was we also want to go check out Pismo Beach. This is where the drive got a little hairy because I forget that there are actual mountains in California. So when
Mhm.
you're going through like this part of the whatever national park this is there, it's like actually like reminds me of like driving Arkansas mountains, like sharp roads, sharp turns, cliffs on one side,
Okay.
sharp drop offs, all that stuff. But yeah, we drove the like 2 hours up to Pismo Beach so we go see those cliffs. Extremely wealthy part of California, ridiculously wealthy. But this is where you'd probably see like the cliffs with all the surfers on them and all that kind of stuff. Like that's what Pismo Beach is known for. They have like the tide pools and the big waves and so yeah, I thought
I've never heard of Pismo Beach until today.
Oh,
I think that's where they
Yeah, it's-
shot fucking Point Break, if I'm not mistaken. So that would
I
like
think
make
so,
sense.
actually. I think so, actually, because it's just like a small town, and like we stopped off at a brewery there where they had more West Coast IPAs, like Russian River beers and stuff like that I cannot get anywhere. So we had a couple of those hanging out at the brewery, and then went and checked out the beach, and then from there drove up Paso Robles. That was all in one day. Was stopping at
Oh wow.
those
Damn.
beaches, and then yeah, driving up to Paso Robles, which was another couple hours to get to our Airbnb there.
Damn. So how much driving on day one would you say you did?
It took us probably, I think we looked at it, I think it took between 8 and 10 hours to actually get from LAX to Paso Robles, which is normally like a 2.5, 3 hour drive. But just because we stopped so much, and
Okay.
took so much time, it took like all day.
And you got up at what time in Houston?
4:30.
That's a full
One
day.
day.
That's not terrible though.
Yeah.
Now,
We-
especially
we-
when you're out doing stuff and enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And we got there in Paso Robles that first night, and we did not stick to a diet at all this entire time. We
Yeah,
ate
vacation,
whatever we
it's
wanted to
fine.
do. Yeah, exactly. So we went to this taco shop the first night we were there. Fantastic tacos. It's just like a little family that owns it. They just make,
Nice.
yeah,
That's
like
good.
homemade California tacos. I ordered like 8
You
tacos
guys
and a
are
side of
haircut.
rice and beans, and I could not remember what I ordered. We got back to the Airbnb, sat down to try to eat it. Laura goes, "Which ones did you order?" And I'm like, "Tacos." She's like, "But what tacos?" I'm like, some of these, I don't know.
Did you
Whatever.
snap back to other memory? Maybe you had my memories. You're like, I don't know, but Rob's got coffee for Chris. I don't know. It's
It was something like that. It was one of those moments where the brain just totally shuts down and there was no
Yeah.
saying it. Yep. So that's how it was at the
What-
end of that day.
Question: how many times did you open Pokemon Go on this trip?
A lot.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about it. I didn't think about it at the beaches earlier in the day, but as soon as we got to Paso Robles, I was like, oh, I need to open up Pokemon Go here. So I do have some
Nice.
things that I need to send over.
Oh, nice.
I'll have to make room in
So
my bag.
it was cool. It was plentiful.
Yep.
Nice. That's cool. I open it up when I go to new places to like see what's around.
Yeah. And because like kind of deserty, so it was like all different kind of stuff too. Plus it
Oh,
was on the
nice.
West Coast, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, continue.
So I said, yeah, that's day one.
That's day one. Day two, we had to check in for the dog show. But before we did that, they allow you to make appointments at vineyards at 10:30 in the morning for wine tastings.
Okay.
But this was only like 10 minutes out of Paso Robles. I know it looks really far, but it really takes no time at all.
Just zoom way out.
Coming,
It'll look really close.
yeah, exactly.
There you
But
go.
yeah, coming from Houston, where people are like, it takes 20 minutes for us to get to the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
People there are like, yeah, it's 15 minutes down the road. I'm like, that's we do that every day.
It's 20 miles.
Yeah, but we first before we went there, we went to a coffee shop. We went to a different coffee shop every morning because they are loaded with them there. So I think the first morning we went to this really fancy one that was at this hotel, and it was actually really fantastic coffee. This H. Cheval coffee, and it looks just like that.
Oh, cool.
Outside.
In a hotel?
Yeah, it's like in a hotel. The coffee's fantastic. It's
For the audio listeners, you'll Google it yourself. You can find these pictures, but
yeah. If you look at Paso Robles, it'll pop up. But then we showed up to Dinner Vineyards for a 10:30 a.m. tasting. They were wrapping up
More
their
like
morning.
breakfast vineyards, am I right?
Exactly. They were wrapping up their morning meeting when we got there. So we walked in because we got there a little early because we didn't know how long it was actually going to take to get there. And so we walked like 10:20. And they're still in their morning meeting. They're like scrambling to wrap it up so they can be ready for us. We're like, no, the anxiety of showing up too early to a place when you have an appointment.
just tell them, be like, finish your meeting, just throw us a bottle, and we'll wait.
Exactly. No, but it was great. The wines are fantastic. The main reason we chose some of those is because a lot of the winery tastings are like $100 a person. These were 40, so it was much more reasonable.
Wouldn't you think that the wine is worse then? Or is that not how wine works?
I mean, I drink $5.
Or you don't really care?
Wines. I don't really care.
Okay.
Whatever you give me is going to be better than I normally drink. So
I found that too with myself is like cheap wine. You're like, ooh, but then you hit that middle. Like if I had a $30 bottle versus $100 bottle, the difference would be minuscule to my palate. You know what I mean? But then below that is like that's when the taste per dollar gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I drink a $5 bottle of Yellowtail usually. That's usually what I buy. And that's not bad though. Yellowtail's not bad.
Yeah.
Actually trained to be a sommelier.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, is that a true story? Oh, I was going to wait for the punchline.
I was waiting for it too. All right. Anyway.
Oh, all right.
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
We'll learn something new here. But yeah, anyway, so on the way back into town, because that finished at about noon and check-in wasn't until 2, we stopped at the Seleni Kauloda winery as well, which is also really good. It was even cheaper for their tasting. It was like $30 or something. But they do have some like farm dogs and stuff that run around. And we had our little puppy with the still, and the dogs were great and having a good time playing with each other. Wines were good. Yeah, it was a good spot to stop too. I don't know how much I really can say about wineries in general. I'm not an expert.
You didn't train to be a sommelier or anything.
No, but I didn't exactly. I'm in the the air here.
I mean, I'd comment, but I'm contractually bound not to.
But yeah, anyway, so we spent basically the entire week at the Paso Robles Horse Park, which is somewhere over here near the airport, which is where the dog show took place. And this is basically just...
That's a huge fucking dog.
That's a little more accurate.
Oh,
Oh, I guess I do have pictures of that, so I can just show those. It'll probably be easier. So pictures walking around Paso Robles from the wineries. I guess I could have shown those a minute ago. But yeah, this is the horse park here. You got the mountains off in the background, just out in the middle of the hills of California. Beautiful sunsets, beautiful sunrises. You got the chemtrails going above head because California, they allow that. So, it was great.
That is pretty cool. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have thought to. I mean, it's a perfect venue for like a dog show. It's a who cares? It's a big open fucking obstacle course. Who cares what the animal is? But I never would have thought to put that there. That's neat.
The wind was crazy enough one day that these tents were flying. Like at one point, some lady was like trying to start a run, and all of a sudden, you just see this tent fly over this fence and right into that agility arena.
Stake down your easy ups, kids.
Exactly. But that was pretty much just like the next 3 days was basically hanging out there. Like I drove around, I took some pictures of some of the wineries and stuff out in the fields around it, and we just kind of hung out at the arena. They do the thing on the one night where it's like a big show for the final where they bring the lights out and everybody's sitting around watching everybody run, and it's the rotating podium. It's like as you finish wherever you are, you would stay up there, and then if somebody replaces you, you have to move from first to second, to gradually move down. But everybody's hanging out, having beers, watching everybody compete. That was a good time. That was interesting. I'd never seen that before.
I just want to point out that this series of pictures that you're kind of showing right now, for some reason, I believe this is the exact color palette of the euthanasia cover. Is it not? Like that's what instantly, like you're scrolling through, I was like, why does he have the euthanasia cover there? But with the purple sky coming down to like the sunset, and then the way the lights, I don't know, the halogens or whatever are making the ground look greenish.
close pin a couple babies up here and you'd have the cover.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. It's instantly what I thought of. I was like, oh, what is that?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and then right down the street was more wineries, so I was able to walk down there and grab some pictures of the sun setting one evening. Yeah, just beautiful area. We went to this other place. There's a brewery and they do barbecue there. So apparently Central California is known for tri-tip, which is basically just brisket. And since I was not adhering to a diet, I had to have the tri-tip.
Hell yeah.
Test out their barbecue merit. It's good. It's not as good as Texas brisket, but it's an acceptable sandwich. I'm not going to complain about it.
Brisket sommelier now all of a sudden? I know. Oh, I'm just
I am more of a brisket sommelier than I am a wine sommelier.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah. And then, one morning we got there, the fog was crazy, and then the sun comes over, and it's just the weather there is totally different. It was cold and wet.
'Cause they have it.
Yeah, they have it. Yeah. Yeah, so the first 2 days were really, really long. In there 6:30 in the morning, not ending till late in the day. I'd go and run and get coffee or whatever, go and grab lunch, stuff like that. But then I think it was Saturday maybe, it ended a little early. So we went over to Paso Robles Brewing Company, which was there in town. And their old school IPA is fantastic. It's exactly what I want from beer. The malty, hoppy, crispy, clean, everything about it was great. They apparently do a brat there. We didn't get it, but it's something that if you are there, you probably should try it. Apparently, they soak their brats in their blonde that they make for a couple hours, and then they boil them in butter, or simmer them in butter, and then when you order it, they grill it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so I think that does actually sound really good. Their food did look actually.
I kind of want.
They look like they knew what they're doing with the barbecue. Yeah.
I've done that.
So I recommend that.
I've done that with Guinness. I've done Guinness brats, but the boil in butter first. That's all right. Okay, noted.
Yeah. I would have never thought about that. They also have these weird tanks I didn't know about, where apparently instead of storing it in kegs, they just store it in these big giant serving tanks, and then they have a special tap handle that's different than most beers. All sorts of things I learned on this trip.
All right. So you could write it off. It was educational.
Exactly. And then we went explored Paso Robles some more. But yeah, go ahead.
was gonna say there's this like so many. Like you can do this in every city in this country and probably every country. And there's just like little things to look at or try, and it's just crazy we don't have better access to go like see things quickly, like high speed rail or something where I could just like bounce over a few hours quick and back and go check out something cool without, having to
Having
take a vacation to do it.
exactly having to take an entire day of travel there and back on top of the
Yeah.
time you spend there. Yeah.
But hey, VR is going to get good enough and I won't have to leave the house and I'll feel like I'm there.
Exactly.
I'm waiting
We
for
did also
Total
find a
Recall.
bar there.
Yeah.
We did also find a bar there. I did take pictures of it, but it was called the Poorhouse. We walked in on it must have been Tuesday when Arsenal played in the Champions League, or Wednesday. I walked in wearing my Arsenal kit, and it was Wednesday, and it was a Liverpool bar, is what I very quickly found out, because the guy working behind the bar is from the UK and he's a Liverpool fan. He instantly started talking shit to me as soon as I walked in with my Arsenal kit. So
That's
that was
awesome.
fun. Yep.
You're like, whoops.
It was like, I
yeah.
know.
Yeah, basically. I saw the Anfield sign when I walked in. Sorry, I didn't know any better.
Put on your best accent, call him a cunt, and then and you can be friends.
Exactly.
Fuck off. Oh, wait,
That's like the Irish one.
I just want to say feck.
Yeah, what was that? Father
Ted.
Ted. Oh, fuck. Anyway.
Good show.
Yep. But yeah, we wrapped up Saturday just kind of exploring as much as Paso as we could. So we went to this other tasting room called Cali Paso. Their wines were they were good enough. I mean, they weren't the best one we tried, but they were pretty decent. We went to this Taste Craft Eatery place, which they just do sliders, but they do this thing where you can pick sliders, mac and cheese, or a couple other things. So we did 3 sliders.
Getting hungry now.
All right.
Yeah. So we did 3 sliders and some mac and cheese there. I did like a Cuban. We split like a black and blue cheeseburger. Or got a lamb one, and then we got this mac and cheese that had smoked Gouda and caramelized onions on it. It's fantastic. And then we went over to this place called Pappy McGregor's. Just your stereotypical Irish bar. Had to get their old fashioned. Just say Judge Irish bar, and it was good.
Because when in
They do a
Dublin.
good job there.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Or in this case, Paso.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Well, yeah,
And then we walked a little bit further down. There's this place called the Alchemist, I think it was called. The Alchemist, the Alchemy, something, one of those. They're all just around the downtown city park. They just have all endless places here. So you just kind of park and it's a quarter mile from here to the Airbnb. So you just kind of park and just walk around and bar hop, and
that's the
perfect
best.
weather.
That's the best.
Yep.
That's what I was saying. Even in Pittsburgh, it was like, I'm going to park, and everything I'm going to do is going to be in walking distance. Because then you don't have to fuck around. You can actually enjoy what you're doing.
Parking in this town is so easy. There's street parking everywhere. You don't have to pay for it. If you see a spot, you can park there. It's ridiculous. But yeah, we went to this alchemy place, and they had a Japanese highball whiskey drink with their own seltzer water that they make in house that was with this pickled ginger in it that was just out of this world. And then we got this duck confit pasta to go with it. And it was one of the best meals I've ever had in my life. And that was this, the Alchemist Garden. That's what it was called. The Alchemist Garden.
That can also be a great album name, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some of the most
There's a picture of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some of the most insane food and drinks I've ever had in my life. Just out of this world. Yeah, that was all Saturday, and then Sunday we wrapped up the dog show and drove 2 hours east to Lemon Cove, California, which is, for a point of reference.
What was the reason for that?
Where we were in Lemon Cove is at the base of this path that goes up the Sierra Drive up to the General's Highway and takes you up to Sequoia National Forest.
Nice.
So it was about an hour and a half from where our Airbnb was here in Lemon Cove to
It's
the
a
General
different
Sherman Tree.
Airbnb.
Yeah, different Airbnb. So we stayed at 2 separate Airbnbs on this trip.
I've never used Airbnb.
Me either.
I'll save one of my stories for after.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was haunted, and you got. Oh, never mind. No.
Airbnb does a good job of their customer service.
Okay.
The host don't always.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, the main reason we picked that one is because, yeah, I wanted to see the sequoia trees. The General Sherman tree is known as it's one of the largest trees in the world. I think if you look it up on Wikipedia, it says specifically, let's see here.
I've even
largest-
heard of it, so that's saying something.
Yeah, the largest known living single stem tree on Earth, which is very specific. I went down a rabbit hole of that one night. It basically just means one specific category of tree.
Okay.
But it is the largest known one on Earth, and that was the entire reason we went there, because that place put us about an hour and a half away from it.
Okay.
Nice.
But as you're driving out there, you get into the desert, California. There's this big water reservoir down there, but the views were just insane. You just have all the mountains in the background where, like, that's basically where we were driving up to, was up to that point up there. There's a brewery up the road there that was great. It's called Three Rivers Brewing. We went there a couple times. Again, more places you can just let the dogs run around or whatever. Our Airbnb, which that's the thing. But yeah, then next day it was an hour and a half drive up the steep mountain roads. It was only 20 miles, but it takes that long because you're doing 15 miles an hour the entire time, and you're climbing from an elevation of about 2,000 feet to 7,000 feet.
Oh wow.
During that 20 miles.
Huh. Yeah, that's an extra mile into the air if you look at it that way, you know.
Exactly. But at the top of it is this giant ass tree. Those are people down there at the bottom.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. And it's just a forest of nothing but trees like that. Just you're driving up here, seeing these views the whole time, and then up at the top, it's nothing but just hundreds of trees that are all that size. There are chipmunks up there. Took lots of pictures of them. We even saw. Let me find a picture of it. Where's the big boy here? This guy. The actual bear.
Fucking bear?
Black bear. It was about 20 feet away from us on the trail.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
Yeah, he was just sitting there eating food. There's a big group of people watching him. I guess he was getting ready to go into hibernation or something, so he wasn't too concerned with the people. He was just more concerned with getting as much food as he could.
Not that it's any consolation, especially for somebody visiting, but they've got to be used to that. Right there in a park. It's got to be like we've got city deer here. They don't give two shits. You know what I mean? This is like park bears. They've got to be used to it. But I don't know that would pacify me if I saw one on the trail. I'd just be like, no, it's a fucking bear, dude.
And it's giant. I mean, that's the size of, think about how big a bear is. That's how big the trees are there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a little
bear.
It's not a little cub. It's a.
Yeah. But yeah, we basically hung out all day, saw the trees, went hiking, got some views over the mountains, just the most insane, beautiful views over mountain ranges that exist. And then, we stopped at a little restaurant that was actually on the river, going back down the hill, had a beer there, and then stopped back at the brewery, and then woke up, drove back to LA, and flew back to Houston.
And then back to real life. Fuck.
Yep, had to leave all of this behind with the moon setting over the mountain ranges. And
no, these are great pictures.
It's so hard to take pictures of the moon.
Yeah, and especially with my camera that doesn't do well in low light. I'm sure with like a Sony A7, you probably could easily, but.
Now, I spent like 2 days on the West Coast years ago, and the only thing I really remember is the colors in the sky are not like the colors in the sky we have here. And I don't know, I'm curious how that contrasts with Houston.
Yeah, I mean, we noticed the same thing when we went to Arkansas earlier this year, and went to Europe earlier this year too. Like, the sky is always different everywhere else because we don't have all the pollution. Like, in Houston, it is a city of concrete and
Yeah.
18-wheelers and traffic. And when you go out to places like this, and it's just truly nature. I mean, we don't even see stars in Houston, really.
See, but even, I don't know, I even compare it to here, which isn't really polluted, but it was just, there were colors that I didn't know existed, and I've seen this sky for, at that time, probably 30 years, but yeah, it was wild. The sunsets,
Yep.
the West Coast sunsets are just insane. What number?
They are.
What number were the colors?
Man, there was lots of 57, some 81 in there. We got some deep blues in there.
All the colors of the wind.
Yeah, I mean, early on, it went through the 11s, up through the 20s, into the 26. That fire red. Anyway, nobody knows that joke. Go look up your Roscoe Lux catalog.
That's actually what I named my first child.
Roscoe Lux,
Yep.
or just
Roscoe Lux Fiasco.
or just the number.
Just the number.
I have a shirt here somewhere when they introduced Congo Blue. It has the transmission curve on the back, and
It's cool.
nobody cares. Anyway,
Anyway, the stream has ended. Go ahead.
oh no, go ahead, go. I got nothing.
I was going to say the stream has ended, and as a result, this episode must too end because we've done everything that we could do here live.
Oh man, and if this worked, and if I can pull this shit together, go check out YouTube, and you can see some of this video here. It's not just us talking about it. Hopefully later. Bye, mailbox.